the hero and the princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path,
The real Slay the
is a
Princess
cabin.
starts here. That's the
And in
achievement
the
I just
basement
got.
of that cabin is a princess.
Okay. One door closes, and another opens. Alright, picking back up where we left off, let's see if the option to leave is still here. No. Okay, so that confirms a theory for me. We can only experience each ending once. These are all endings. Maybe. These might just be explorations of it. Or perhaps they could themselves be additional endings. But we for sure cannot revisit the Contrarian. So, okay. Alright, then that just means we choose which path is next. Let's ask a bunch of questions.
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
I don't know, I feel like no dogs would be the most problematic of all. I could do without people, but dogs, cats, companions, those would be problematic. Aha, I asked this question earlier, but how can a princess locked away in a basement in the world?
Don't linger on the specifics. You have a job to do here. Just get in there and do what needs to be done. We're all counting on you.
Sounds like just you at the moment. Do you have any evidence to back this up?
Look, you're already on the path that leads to the cabin. Why would you be here if it weren't to complete a very important task?
Maybe it's to free her.
You've made it this far, you might as well reach the end of your journey.
I don't know, I could turn around, unless you still take that choice from me. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up?
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock.
Oh, then I can run time out.
Nevertheless, let me assure you, the princess is locked up because she's dangerous. She is not dangerous because she's locked up.
I like that paradox there.
And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Continue.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
Narrator bringing a good point. Assuming, of course, again, he is telling the truth.
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
That is one mean chicken.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
Get the feeling that's still not going to happen this time. Killing a princess seems kind of bad, though, doesn't it?
Does it? Are you a monarchist?
Maybe.
Is slaying a princess that much worse than slaying a fisherman or a miller or a seamstress?
No.
If anything, slaying a princess is much better than slaying a seamstress. Seamstresses contribute something of value to society.
That's not fair. So you're anti-monarchist? I mean, princesses contribute things. They can issue royal edict, so they can, study to keep people in line better, so that seamstresses can have a reasonably good life without having to worry about bandits coming to steal their seams. I'm just saying here, man. Can someone else do this?
Oh, if only that were the case. But I don't make the rules.
Feel like you do.
I have to say, I'm surprised at your reluctance thus far.
Are you?
But unfortunately for the both of us, you're the only one who can pull this off. Like I said, I don't make the rules, no matter how much I wish I did.
Feel like you do. Okay, I can say forget it, I'm not doing this.
Are you serious? No, you have to do it.
Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end.
Ah, clearly the princess does. See? Flaw in your logic there.
I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists, or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
You don't know what I'm about, son. Alright. The mercenary question. Do I get some sort of reward for doing this?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
Oh, okay. I'm intrigued. Can you tell me what my prize is going to be for doing a good job? Tell me I'm a good boy.
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Ooh, narrator, don't promise bigger than you can deliver, because I can imagine a lot. Alright, so those truly were exploratory questions as far as we know, because it has not altered our original choices. In the interest of the super secret award, let's make this route our attempt to kill the princess route. And I think the easiest way to do that is going to be silent determination.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Don't warn me of nothing, I've already seen what ends.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Okay, that's fair. Proceed to the cabin.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
About to not be so pristine.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Alright, straight on ahead.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Oh. She sounds weird.
She sounds
different.
Dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Okay, you picked up on it too, hero.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
You think she would have manipulated me by being, I don't know, innocent. Not, I'm gonna murder you. But we're gonna continue with our silent assassin.
Good. You're still listening to reason. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
And she already broke the other one.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
I don't know. I've seen that god beyond realms.
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Oh, I don't like your attitude. Still gonna say nothing.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
I've got a knife.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it.
Correct.
So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Well, they didn't leave me a gun, so the knife stays.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
Slay the princess.
You lunge forward without a moment's hesitation.
She looks terrified. Oh.
You feel flesh easily give way and look down to see your blade already sinking deep into her heart.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
Oh,
Yeah. I don't bandy words, lady.
this is it, isn't it?
Yep.
I'm almost embarrassed. I should have seen that coming. But I have to wonder,
Do you? Yeah, I think you have to die.
do you actually believe this was enough to kill me?
Yes?
It's like she's convinced she can't die.
Oh, well, she is like an interdimensional god.
Yes. Even as she lays there dying, she entirely believes herself to be alive and well.
Is that it? Wait, okay. Is that word almost is italicized there, believes. And if we believed earlier, she could make us forget. Is her ability in that she believes? Is that where her power comes from? I'm reaching here, I'll admit.
But it's over, isn't it? She stopped breathing moments ago. That arrogant look still plastered on her face.
Yeah, it's there.
But is it over? Really over?
She's dead. I'm gonna trick up her sleeve. Of course not, that was too easy. I'm gonna go with, that was too easy.
It's over. Don't get all worked up.
Nah, stab her again.
We should make sure. What's the harm in checking for a pulse? I really don't think you should do that. And why shouldn't we? Is there something you're not telling us? I've told you everything that's happened with complete accuracy. The princess is dead. Your blade pierced her heart. There's no coming back from that.
Nah, let's just assume she's dead.
Yes, exactly. It's over. With your work done, you make your way back up the stairs, closing the door to the basement behind you.
Yeah, at least she'll bleed out down there if she's not dead.
Why do I feel like we've done something terrible?
We did.
You did kill someone.
Oh, okay.
Greater good or not, something would be very wrong with you if you didn't feel at least a little bad. But it was for the greater good. One of these days that will sink in and help ease your guilty conscience.
Will it?
But that day isn't today. Let's just get out of here.
All right, let's leave.
You open the cabin door, ready to return to a world saved from certain doom. Only, a world saved from certain doom isn't what you find.
Why did I expect this?
Instead, what you find is nothing at all. Where a lush forest stood mere minutes ago, the only thing in front of you now is the vast emptiness of some place far away.
We're back in the void again.
What happened?
We won.
Everyone is fine. It's just that you and the cabin are now far away from them. Don't worry. You'll be safe here. This is good. Everyone is happy. You'll be happy.
Will I? This is my prize. This is great. Thank you so much. I was kind of hoping I'd get a better ending for saving the world. I'm going to go with, wait, this is my prize. This sucks.
What's done is done, and there's no going back now. I'm sorry you don't like your reward, but maybe you'll learn to appreciate it in time.
Eternal isolation in the void is something I'll learn to appreciate in time. I mean, that's what you gave the princess. She didn't seem very appreciative.
This is what's best for everyone. Trust me.
I don't like that.
Time passes. You can't be sure if it's days, or months, or years, or even decades. It's all a wonderful, boring blur. You've never been happier.
Have I?
Psst. Hey, we're not just going to stay here forever, right?
No. Didn't you hear the narrator? I'm happy. We're happy. Of course we are. I like it here. Oh no, do you have any idea how to get us the heck out of here? Let's do the explore.
Are we really happy? Or is he just telling us that we are?
Fair enough. Okay, maybe I'm not happy. And I'm not just saying that because you're the last person I talked to.
Good, because I have an idea to get us out of here. Though you're probably not going to like it.
I get the feeling I know where this idea is going. And it's back in the basement.
The blade. We can use the blade to get out of this.
Yep.
I can hear everything you say, little voice. There's only one thing it would want you to use that blade on, and I'm afraid that thing is you, dear hero.
Yeah, that's the point. Yeah, I mean, it's better than eternal nothingness.
He's right. It's the only way out. Do you hear that? It wants to take this happiness away from you. It wants this wonderful place to end.
This cabin with a table?
Do you not? There's more for us to do, and the only way for us to do it is to take that blade and use it. Don't you dare.
I'm gonna do it. Wouldn't using that blade, kill us? Wouldn't we be dead?
How astute. You are absolutely correct. Using the blade to kill yourself would kill you, and you shouldn't do it.
People die when they are killed.
in a sense we die, but looking at things from another angle, are we even really alive anymore?
Ooh.
This place, it's nothing. It's absolutely nothing. It's just the same thing, constantly, forever.
That is kind of death, I mean.
I know this is out there, but trust me, I know using the blade will work. That little voice didn't want you to slay the princess. It didn't want you to be happy.
You'd better be right about this. I'll be pretty upset if we die. I'm not risking death over your weird hunch. Anything to get out of this hell. You're right, I didn't like that idea. I'm just going to stick around and do nothing, at least for a little while longer. No, let's just die.
If we die, you can yell at me all you want.
Fair enough.
I made this happy little place for you. Is this not a good enough reward for saving the world?
I clarified that.
Eternity of bliss, you ingrate.
Okay, no need to name call.
Fine, whatever. For the first time since time stopped meaning anything, you throw open the door to the basement and walk down the stairs.
You didn't hear that little part about time not meaning anything and you're still mad at me?
The princess's body is dust and bones, though the blade you used to slay her is still as pristine as the day you first held it.
I take back my comment. Also, how long have we been here?
You pick up the blade, you stab yourself, and you die.
Neat.
The end. Nice knowing you.
It was not nice. Ooh, Chapter 2, The Spectre.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Did we explore some of these last time? I'm not sure I did.
My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We've just met for the first time.
But we haven't.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. That's fine. It wasn't very hard to kill her last time. We'll just do it again.
The cold. Oh, I don't know if I like this voice as much.
Well, if for whatever reason you're going to insist that this has happened before, at least your heart's in the right place.
Let's assume I'm telling the truth, and all this really did already happen. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother doing anything?
Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving.
Okay.
Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me.
Okay.
If you're back here, I'm assuming you died, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
No, I did listen to you. I chose to die this time.
Oh, we listened to you plenty. We slew the princess just like you asked us to, and then you locked us away in an empty void for eternity. So we slew ourselves too.
We are just on a murder spree.
Well, if you killed yourself, then you weren't listening to me, because I would never want you to do that. Believe it or not, I care about you.
Yeah, because your most effective solution for us was locking us away in an eternal void. So we're dangerous too?
And I believe your other question was something along the lines of, oh, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences.
I killed her. The world's saved, bro.
What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We slew the princess, the world outside the cabin disappeared, we died, and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
That sums it up, yeah.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
And thought that far. I'm going with alternate reality.
Had you failed to slay the princess, what would have happened to everyone in the place you left?
And alternate reality tells me they would have died.
It doesn't matter, because we didn't fail to slay her. And if she's really back, which I doubt, it'll be just as easy to do it again. But after that nasty trick you pulled on us, maybe she's not the only one around here in need of slaying.
Alright, voice of the cold, I'm here for it.
Just stay focused, will you?
Yeah, find the narrator's physical form. Let's take care of him too. Now let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
If anything, the world ended after I slew her. When I tried to leave, everything was gone.
That's a good point. How do we know we didn't have things backwards. Maybe slaying the princess was what ended the world, not the other way round.
Yeah.
Yes. Maybe this whole thing was a trick to get us to end the world. And now we get to go through the whole charade again, wholly aware of what's waiting for us at the end.
Yeah, what he said.
But that's assuming she's alive in that cabin. We did kill her, after all.
That's true, but if we're going with the alternate reality scenario, then the alternate version of her could still be alive.
You're going to find her in the cabin. If the princess had actually been slain, you wouldn't be here. And let me assure you, killing her will not end the world. I don't know what you think happened to you last time, but it's a load of nonsense. You'll get your happy ending. I promise.
I didn't like your version of happy.
Well, that's exactly what we're afraid of.
Thank you, hero.
Really? Living happily ever after sounds that bad to you? Oh well, there's no use arguing over your masochism. The cabin awaits.
Last time around, I stabbed her in the heart and she died. How can someone like that in the world?
She just can. You'll have to trust that what I'm saying is true.
I don't. Who locked her in that basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is.
Why didn't they kill her?
It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
I'ma do it. If people locked her away, why could... I applaud this game on being able to track the next logical response that I would have to the scenario, because they've done that several times already, and I am here for it.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special. You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
I don't buy it.
Oh, I didn't know we were special. Of course we're special.
Okay. Being cagey. What aren't you telling me?
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
Would it?
This is boring. He's clearly not interested in talking. So let's just do as he says. And maybe he'll stop bothering us.
If you're bored, we should not do what he says. That route was very fun.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
I can still turn around and leave. Okay.
Oh. Do you think there's something else out there? All right. Let's see what we can find.
Okay.
It's bound to be more interesting than doing the same thing over again.
Yeah, let's find the narrator.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope. This circles back. Nah, let's go ahead and go up to the cabin.
I guess we will. Oh well. Cabin it is.
Surely we couldn't have two voices, right?
Warning. Before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
I didn't even listen to a word she said last time.
She won't be a problem.
Yeah, see? He gets it.
The interior of the cabin is cold, a soft odor of dirt permeating the air. Cobwebs flutter in the corners. You can hear wind whistling outside, banging the shutters against the windows.
Shutters.
The only furniture of note is an elegant antique table with a pristine blade perched on the edge.
Still not mentioning the mirror?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. It feels like no one's been here for a long, long time. Like I've been saying, she's dead. We killed her already.
He's right. The cabin is different than last time.
Very different. Maybe that's because you haven't actually been here. I hope this means you'll finally drop that ridiculous second life proposition. You haven't died. You certainly haven't already slain the princess.
Haven't we?
So focus up. A lot's riding on this.
Let's just approach the mirror. Let's not say anything about it this time.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall. It's a mirror. Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime.
Wipe it?
You reach forward and
No.
rub your hand
Still
against
stops
the
us.
cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
Okay.
But there was a mirror a second ago, and now it's gone. Let's not spend much longer worrying over it. Clearly it's not even important enough to be acknowledged.
I don't know, seems pretty important. Alright, well let's take the blade, I guess.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
And enter.
The door to the basement groans open, revealing an old banister and a creaky wooden stairwell. Everything is coated in a thick layer of dust, and you can feel it settle into your lungs as you breathe in the stale air. The very building itself feels dead. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
Is there any of these worlds where it's not doing her a favor?
The room below is silent.
Because she's dead.
Nobody's here. Naturally. As much as I appreciate the optimism, you shouldn't be so sure. I guess we'll just have to go down and see. As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A skeletal body, lying in a heap on the floor, its wrist still bound to the wall by a thick chain.
Told you, narrator, and I hear that little air of confusion in your voice, but we told you so.
Okay. She's definitely dead. It's just like I told you. Before you have a chance to finish your thought, the top of a head appears from underneath the floor. Two deep-set eyes stare up at you, followed by a mischievous, skeletal grin.
Kinda cute.
And finally, the rest of the body floats up to join the head. Wait, this isn't right. What's going on here?
Okay, we tried to tell you this.
Ghost!
Really?
Oh. Wow. How absolutely terrifying. What's a ghost supposed to do to us?
I don't know. They're usually quite adept at killing people.
Oh, it's you. Hiya, Keller. I was hoping to see you again. I have some issues with how our last meeting went.
Uh-oh.
The princess drifts across the room into your orbit, gently running her fingers across your shoulders and down your neck as she circles you.
Huh.
Her touch is cold and ethereal, formless yet real enough that her icy fingertips send shivers dancing across your skin.
So she definitely didn't believe herself back to life. She died.
So she has a body, and she's right there. That means we could kill her again, if we wanted to.
Could we? She's ethereal, isn't she? Nah, let's just see how this goes.
I see you brought that annoying knife again.
Yeah?
So, are you waiting for a chance to use it? Or are you here for something else?
Face got scarier. See, this is exactly what I was trying to tell you about in the woods. This already happened. We killed her.
Yes, obviously things are strange right now. I think it's safe to say that you've seen something you shouldn't have seen. Whatever worlds you've hopped between, whatever versions of me you've met, none of that matters now. There's no changing what's already happened. But you have a job to finish.
What to finish?
Finish how? We already did what you told us. And now she's a ghost.
Yeah, valid question. Thank you, hero.
You haven't tried slaying her yet this time, though, have you?
I mean, no.
And then what? And then you'll have saved the world. I think he's asking about what happens after we save the world. If that's even still an option.
Right.
What do you mean, after?
You gonna trap us in limbo again?
You already know what we mean, don't you? So why don't you go ahead and tell us? Are you going to try and lock us away in a timeless void again? Because I didn't much care for that. I'm not going to lock you anywhere.
I'm?
What an interesting choice of emphasis.
Thank you, Cold. I killed you. What are you doing not being dead?
I don't feel very bad, but I guess I'm not dead. So you must have only mostly killed me.
And I do know a couple of cures for the mostly dead.
Or maybe death is only mostly real, but it's also mostly not real. I'm not sure. I'm just the one these things have happened to, not the one with all the answers. Or any of the answers.
Fair.
But we're not a ghost. Unless we are? Maybe that's why the mirror disappeared. We're actually dead.
Yeah. We weren't dead in the last reality, were we? No, I don't think so. We could be dead here.
Death, at least as a form of permanence, is just a concept. And clearly it's not a very useful one anymore. Maybe we should throw it out entirely.
Make up a new form of death.
See, this is why I didn't want you to talk to her. Death is not just a concept, it is an extremely real phenomenon. Don't let her distort your reality. Cold, hard facts exist. The truth exists. It has to.
And now ghosts are real. Your body's right there, though. Your dead body.
The princess glances back at the bones lying on the floor.
It's just a body. Do you believe these bones? Or do you believe me? Because those bones aren't talking to you.
Fair.
She's seeing things pragmatically. We should do the same. Reality is what's in front of us, not our preconceptions of what it should be. There doesn't need to be a static truth. There doesn't need to be objectivity.
Not sure I agree with that. Do you know why you came back?
How should I know? Why does anyone come back? Maybe I have unfinished business with you. Or maybe you have unfinished business with me.
I think it's the latter, actually.
All I know is there's a hole in my chest. Not the big obvious one that you put there. There's something older and deeper.
Because you're just one of many?
A nagging reminder that I'm not where I'm supposed to be.
Well, that could be because you're dead. And where are you supposed to be?
Home.
That's not very descriptive.
And just where is home, I wonder?
I don't know where home is. I just know it isn't here. But I can feel it calling to me from someplace far away. Wherever I'm supposed to be, it's out there.
Somewhere out there.
How specific. And how convenient for her. You see what she's doing, right? She's suggesting that the only way you can rid yourself of her would be to let her out, which, in case you haven't been listening, will spell the end of the entire world.
I just don't know what you want me to do here. Is there any way I can help you get home? Do you need me to bury those bones? Oh, that usually works, actually.
No, those bones are just a body. They aren't me. Bury them. Smash them. It won't do a thing.
Oh, do I need to salt them first?
But you can help me. This place won't let me leave. At least, not alone.
Are you gonna possess me?
I've tried. Before you came back to me, I explored every inch of this place, even the spaces between the walls. But I never found a way out. I always wound up right back here.
Because you're immortally tied to this place? I don't know.
Maybe we should just leave. If she can't get out on her own, then why do we have to do anything? We could probably walk out right now and everything would be fine.
Solid logic.
Hasn't got out and can't get out are two very different things.
She just said she can't get out.
It'd be dull anyway. It's more interesting if we make a choice.
But you can come and go as you please, can't you? So, let me hitch a ride. After all, you owe me.
Uh-oh.
Absolutely not. Is she asking if she can possess us?
She asked nicely, to be fair.
She is. And I hope I don't need to explain why you can't let that happen. It would be catastrophic if she managed to escape this place. And if you let her in, there is very little anyone could do to stop her.
Yeah, it'd be kind of cool.
Would she be able to see us if we went along with it? Now, isn't that an interesting thought? We could finally bring her face to face with him. I wonder what she would have to say to the one who wants her dead so badly.
Ooh. So she could see the narrator?
You won't like how things play out if you go down this path.
Didn't like how things played out the last time. A couple options. What if I say no?
Then I won't hit your ride.
Oh, you require my permission. You won't hitch a ride if I say no, or you can't hitch a ride.
I'm sure you'd like to know. It's a shame I won't tell you.
Oh, that's fair. You gotta keep some secrets.
It'll be easier for both of us if you just let me in. And doesn't it sound nice?
I'm not opposed to it inherently.
Maybe for her, but it's crowded enough in here as is.
Got like 3 of us, yeah.
You won't have to feel guilty anymore. If you even do feel guilt.
A mild twinge.
It could be the best way to trap her for good. Doesn't seem like it would be very easy to end the world from inside someone else's body.
I don't know if you know how possession works.
That is a very dangerous train of thought.
I'm with the narrator on this one. This would just be temporary, right? You'll leave once we're out of the cabin.
If I'm able to. But for all we know, that's not how it works. Maybe I'll wind up stuck with you for a long time.
That's a lot of longs.
Do you hear the way she said that? She knows more than she's letting on. Don't let her fool you into doing something you'll regret.
Oh, I'm gonna do something I regret without being fooled. If I let you in, do I still get to be in control?
Sure. Why not?
That doesn't sound very reassuring.
Yeah.
I can't believe you're even entertaining her right now. I mean, just look at her. Do you think she has good intentions for her murderer's body? Of course she doesn't.
Before I agree to anything, we need to talk about what happens after you leave this place. I was told you'd end the world. Sounds great, let's do it. Answer's no, I need to think on this.
And what? You just believed that? You killed me without giving it any thought? That's cold.
That's what the other voice in my head tells me.
That's rich coming from her. Every time she touches us, it's like we freeze over. She's right, though, but that's neither here nor there. What's done is done. What we do from this point forward is all that matters. Let's try not to let emotion get the better of it.
Obviously, it was wrong of me to believe that. How could you have ended the world if all it took to kill you was a knife to the heart?
Don't underestimate your own capabilities. If you truly managed to slay her last time, that doesn't mean she wasn't a threat. It means you did something heroic.
I don't know, I don't feel heroic.
Threats come in all shapes and sizes. A misspoken word could bring about the end of everything just as much as a blade or even the mere existence of an idea.
Okay.
You were chosen for this job for a reason.
What is it?
That's right, Killer. I'm not a threat to anyone. And even if I was, I'm hardly a threat anymore, wouldn't you say?
I like Killer as the little nickname. It's kind of a pet name, you know, an old school pet name, but in this sense, obviously, much more literal. What are you going to do if I help you get out of here?
I don't know. Maybe I'll just fade away. Finally able to rest once I'm free from my unfinished business. Maybe I'll find someone to haunt.
Is it me?
Maybe I'll haunt you.
Yep, got the feeling that was where we were going with that.
It's a tough question, asking someone what she's going to do with her life.
Unlife.
The princess leans in close and pauses, the frigid air between you stale and unmoving.
Especially when it's someone that's dead.
Yeah, see? That's what I meant.
She pulls back with a playful giggle.
I don't think most living people could answer that either. Does anyone actually know who they are or what they want?
Alright. I'm gonna give you that one. Well, were you going to end the world?
I don't know. I just wanted to leave. I still just want to leave.
You didn't answer my question. Do you want to end the world?
The only thing I've ever wanted was to leave this place. It's still the only thing I want.
You still didn't answer my question. Even if you don't want to end it, does letting you out of here mean the world is going to end? We're really drilling home on this one.
It does. We're not asking you. We've heard your whole speech already.
Thank you, hero. Shut up, narrator.
I really don't know. I'm not lying to you. I promise.
Of course, it is always possible that she could not know. That is true. But that her escaping would still constitute the end of the world, given that the narrator was able to predict the future. So even if she doesn't know she would end the world, she still could.
The world doesn't matter. All I remember is that I'm supposed to be there, not here. I'm just supposed to be a part of it. It's home, I think.
Okay. Are you like soul and the other one was personality? That's another theory I have.
But what does it mean for anything to end? I ended, but I also didn't.
Ooh, true. Would the world come back as a ghost?
I'm not so sure endings are real.
And yet this game has a lot of them. Let's leave it at that. And you threatened me last time. Sorry, I killed you last time. I should have done that. Do you want me to die? Do you want me to kill myself to satisfy some sort of sick revenge fantasy? Because I already did that and it would be hard to do it again. I'm sorry, is there any way I can make it up to you? While there are a lot of explorations on this, let's just start from the top. Alright, stop playing the victim.
Well, yeah. You brought a knife with you. Was I supposed to just welcome you with open arms when you obviously had stabbing on the mind?
I can't argue that. That knife could have been for anything, cutting apple slices.
It could have, but it wasn't. You can't blame me for threatening a would-be knife-wielding murderer, especially when that would-be knife-wielding murderer became an actual knife-wielding murderer.
Fair. Also a lot of hyphens. I'm sorry I killed you last time. I shouldn't have done that.
Too little, too late. But you can still make things right.
Fair.
She's not in a position to bargain with us. You don't have to do anything you don't want to.
Oh, but I want to.
We don't have to do anything, but maybe we should. We did kill her. Wouldn't it be the moral thing to help her now that we have another chance?
Yes?
When a hero slays a monster, does he apologize to it?
Maybe. I don't judge you.
No. So don't try to make things right. She was going to end the world. You didn't do anything wrong, aside from apparently killing yourself, and that doesn't have much to do with her.
Do you want me to die? Yeah, I did do it already.
I'm putting this to a vote, because personally, I'd prefer if we didn't die again.
Nah, let's do it twice.
If that's what it comes down to, that's what it comes down to. But I don't see the point of offing ourselves just yet.
Nah, we ain't there yet, but I'm keeping my options open.
Oh, that's sweet of you to offer. But killing yourself wouldn't help either of us.
It would seem that everyone here is in agreement except for you. I shouldn't have to tell you that you shouldn't kill yourself. So please, try to keep your suicidal tendencies in check.
Like I said, I just want to go home.
Yeah, I don't think us dying would really suit her purpose here. If I knew I'd wind up having to talk to you again, I wouldn't have slain you.
And if I knew you were going to murder me without even knowing who I was, I wouldn't have given you the chance.
We all make mistakes.
Oh, okay. I died too, and I'm not floating around like you are. What happened? I asked this question earlier, actually.
You don't look dead, killer.
I was dead, though.
The princess grabs your wrist, a sudden shock of cold flowing all the way up your arm, her eyes still fixed on yours as you try to squirm out of her grip.
And you don't feel dead either.
So my existence doesn't change, but yours does.
She lets go and pulls away. Your fingertips tingle painfully as the chill subsides.
I'm less interested in why you are, or how you are, and a lot more interested in what you are.
Me too.
But we've already been over that. So why don't you stop stalling and let me in? It's so cold out here.
You mean in here? You're dead. Or at least mostly dead. What can you even do to hurt me?
A boring question with an easy answer. Nothing. She's a ghost. Ghosts can't hurt us.
She can touch us. That's a start.
That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Maybe I can't do anything to you.
See?
Or maybe I can rip your heart out.
See, that's the possibility I'm worried about.
Who's to say, really?
I don't like the uncertainty here. I don't know what to do or who to trust.
Yeah, me too, kid. After I killed you, this cabin, I want to say it teleported? It wasn't in the woods anymore. Time stopped meaning anything, and I had to kill myself to escape.
You poor thing. That must have been so frightening for you.
Yeah, being locked up in an endless void for all eternity. Sorry for your own circumstances.
You know, after everything we've been through, it's nice to see someone finally sympathising with us. This whole thing's been an ordeal, hasn't it? She doesn't mean it.
That's fair.
It serves you right.
She's right.
I was pretty scared too, when you stood there not saying a word with a knife clenched in your fist. But now you know how bad it hurts to get stabbed in the chest.
It sounds like you got exactly what you're owed.
Yep. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. If you can go through walls, can't you just leave on your own?
I wish that's how it worked, but this place won't let me go.
Oh. Okay, team, I'm out of ideas. Thoughts?
We could always try violence. It's worked for us so far. She's a ghost.
Yeah.
Who says ghosts are immune to violence?
Most typical folklore.
Common sense?
I'll go with that too.
There's nothing common or sensible about common sense. Action and observation are the only things that matter. Fine, then let me observe that the acts of killing her and killing ourselves haven't got us much of anywhere. We're still back in this cabin, we're still dealing with her, only now she has a good reason to hate us.
Fair point. If we kill her now in her ghost form, would she come back as a super ghost? These are questions.
I suppose you have a point. Do you have any ideas then? I don't know. Maybe we do what she wants. Maybe we let her possess us and walk out of here.
Definitely picking that one.
We could. It would be something different. I like different. Absolutely not. If you walk her out of here, she's going to end the world.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what that looks like.
And is that really so bad? Yes, it is by its very definition bad.
Depends on the world.
But those are the only options, aren't they? Violence or doing what she wants. Or just leaving her down here. Though ignoring a problem is rarely a solution, is it?
Didn't work out the last time I ignored it. Well, let her possess you. Can't let you if you're dead and there really isn't much for me to do. Leave her in the basement. Slay the princess. Nope, let her possess you.
The princess swims through the air in front of you, pausing for a brief moment as her dark-rimmed eyes stare deeply into yours. There's a hunger in her gaze.
Uh-oh.
You're really trying to make it up to me, aren't you? Thanks for being a pal, killer. I mean it.
Good.
What are you doing? Don't just let her in. How many times do I have to tell you?
Yeah, you should have known how this one was going to go, narrator.
See you soon.
Okay.
She rushes forward and then she's gone. A sharp chill spreads across your body. It starts in your chest, a freezing numbness flowing out from your heart all the way down your limbs, your mind growing cloudy and confused as it settles over your very soul. I'm not sure I like this. Can we get a do-over?
Not happening.
I'm afraid it's too late to stop now. The numbness gives way to a stabbing pain, your muscles twitching and convulsing violently, each involuntary movement causing more waves of agony to ripple across your body.
Why?
You collapse to the floor, and everything goes dark.
Come on, you. You've got to get up. I know everything feels heavy right now, but we still have to get out of here.
Your eyes flick back open as you get your bearings, your vision swimming as...
So this is what it's like to be you, huh? Disembodied voice narrating your every move?
She can hear you.
So, it doesn't work like that for you? Clearly it doesn't, or she wouldn't have commented on it.
Fair.
All these shards of broken glass on the floor. Are they also supposed to be you?
What?
Hey, I'm not a shard of broken glass,
It's okay. You can finish your thought.
I'm a voice? I'm me is what I am.
Oh, are the glasses the different voices?
Who cares what we are? We exist. That's all that matters.
You don't have to fight. We'll all be out of here soon.
Yeah, walk us out.
No, it matters. What we are matters. If I'm a shard of broken glass, then that raises some questions about certain other voices in here too. I'm clearly the same thing you are.
Also a shard of broken glass.
They're not listening to me. Do they not listen to you either?
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about him. You don't need to know what I am. You just need to know that I'm different from you. More important.
Uh-oh.
So, you're the one who pulled the strings and made me dead. I can tell you don't belong here. You're barely even there. Like the shape of something left behind. You're more of a memory than a person.
Interesting.
That's rude.
You're kind of like me, actually.
An alternate god? Or the final piece of the princess?
I'm just going to ignore her. You push yourself off the ground. The princess is nowhere to be seen.
Because I'm in here with all of
I
you.
kind of skipped that one.
Everybody knows that.
I'm setting the stage. The room is empty because you made a spiteful, idiotic, and all-round foolish decision.
Fair enough.
You don't have to let him get to you. You're better than that. You're starting to make things right.
I agree. Thank you, princess.
This is infuriating. Just whatever you do, you can't leave this place. It's not too late to fix this. Probably.
What, kill myself again? Slay the princess. Can't think straight. There's too much noise with 4 of us here.
It's okay. We're almost out of here. Just take it one step at a time, and everything will be fine.
Everything won't be fine if you listen to her.
Still gonna do it.
One way or another, this is all going to end. Wouldn't it be nice if he ends with it?
Ooh, I like the way you think, voice of the cold.
Wouldn't that be nice? There's only one way to find out.
Alright, I think we're all in agreement here except for narrator.
Your legs, weary with the weight of the princess's spectral form and clumsy with the cold that still pervades them, stumble towards the stairs.
I'm just trying to get home. You don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
For real.
But that's exactly what you leaving this place is going to be.
You don't know that.
Apparently he does.
I do.
He does.
Wait, if she has a home to go back to, doesn't that mean that her leaving won't end the world?
Where's that logic coming from?
It doesn't mean that at all. It could mean that wherever her home is, it's outside of the world.
Fair.
Yeah, but it has to be somewhere, doesn't it? And if it's somewhere, then it's part of the world.
Okay.
I suppose it's all a matter of perspective. Where does the world end and something else begin? Does the destruction of one open a door to another? Or is it the same world reborn?
Maybe.
Against the backdrop of the inane conjecture of meaningless little voices, your body continues its ascent up the stairs, staggering through the open door.
Oh, at least it didn't close on me or lock me in the void. It still looks like there's stars out there.
For how much you hate her, you aren't doing a whole lot to stop us from leaving this place.
The table moved, though. That's weird.
Maybe the bossy one doesn't actually hate me. Maybe he even likes me. Or maybe he just knows that he's been in the wrong. Maybe he's trying to make amends too.
It's a lot of maybes.
Not at all. I'll have you know that I do hate you, and I will continue to hate you for as long as I am able.
That's rude.
It's just the weight of it all. It's too much for me to do anything other than describe and dictate.
Well, you are the narrator, so...
And whine.
Ooh, got him.
This body wasn't made to hold you and the princess.
What?
If you want to renege on your cataclysmically terrible decision a minute ago, well, you're the only one that can make that happen.
Nope.
You continue slowly to the door, your feet like lead dragging across the floorboards, growing heavier with each step.
We're so close. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If we get out of here, I won't even care that you murdered me anymore.
I believe you.
You lift your shaking hand and rest it on the door handle, but you pause before you open it, exhaustion sapping what's left of your will. Was exhaustion really the best you could muster up? It's over. There's no use stalling. Let's see what happens next.
Yeah, let's. Open the door, get on the floor.
Shit. But exhaustion wasn't enough, was it? The handle clicks as you twist it, and then the door groans open. You collapse to the ground, you and the princess, free from the confines of the cabin. As you exhale from the effort, you look up and see...
You died.
Yes?
Nothing. He's gone, and so is everything else.
So we did slay him after all. He had it coming, I suppose. But what about us? Are we just stuck here in nowhere forever? Did taking her out of the cabin really end the world? We're still here.
Fair.
Yeah, but that thing you said earlier, are we not part of the world anymore? Are we in some world that exists after the world ends, or on top of the other world but not in it, or have we never been part of the world?
That's the one I'm banking on, that we and the princess are both not part of the world.
Okay, I've heard enough from these two. Let's see if I can pop out.
Hey, hitchhiker. You feel a lightness in your chest as a pair of sunken eyes emerge from your body and stare up at you.
Anna, you actually freed me, didn't you? I'm outside. Thanks for giving me a second chance, killer.
Don't mention it.
Don't mention it.
I think this is where I'm meant to be.
The void. Oh. You don't get the chance to respond, nor will you ever. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Okay, so we, the characters, still understand. The hero does not understand.
I would have kept them in the dark if I were you. What is that supposed to mean? Whatever awful thing I felt before, it feels so much worse now.
You approach the mirror. Gaze into the void. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Ooh. I've grown. I find myself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. No, I am not. Approach her.
Flickering lights and empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before.
Interesting.
Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
So like how a person grows. Okay, I see what you're meaning. What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When all this is all done, you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed.
Fair.
But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
You know that at the end of this, once you're finished, I'm going to kill you, right?
There is still much to be seen. Neither of us know the depths of our being. Perhaps at the end of this, I will be the one to kill you. Or perhaps we will leave this place together and find new horizons to discover.
Maybe. When I go back, it's as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You've been kinder to me than anyone else I've met. Thank you, strange phenomenon.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them.
Aw, that's true.
My joy is in seeing what you choose. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is vaporous. She is a dream for a life she could never have. But that longing has given her so much capacity for kindness. She will make for an understanding heart. Do not mourn her. She will finally be able to hold what she never knew.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
I don't want to hurt you, but the more times I go back, the worse I fear things will be.
The vessels are shaped by memories of you, but their impulses are drawn to the edge of the long quiet. To them, you are a gate to something more, and any hurt you've caused them is understood as a fair price for freedom. But they are only thoughts and perspectives. They are not me.
I guess that makes sense.
The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
Okay. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
If I am to be an ocean, you have nurtured me into a pond. My waters are shallow and murky, and I yearn for more perspective. You will have your rest in due time, and I am sorry for the burdens I place on you.
I don't know that I want to do these other options. I want to see what this yields at the end of it all. Let's continue on.
I will long for your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am.
See you next time.
We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die.